Good evening, I'm back up in Lisburn and I'm standing outside Wallace Park. Springtime Wallace Park, and there's a fun fair just being set up here. Big wheel. And this is a fabulous amenity. Given to the people of Lisburn by Sir Richard Wallace. And Wallace High School, or Wallace Grammar, or whatever you want to call it, is named after him as well. And thankfully there's a notice board to help me out here. So there he is, Sir Richard Wallace. 26 acre park given to the town of Lisburn by its landlord Sir Richard Wallace in 1884 as a public park and recreation ground. Originally known as the People's Park, it was renamed Wallace Park by the town commissioners after Sir Richard's death in 1890. Park largely retains its original layout and much of its Victorian character. Lisburn Cricket Club ground predates the park, as does the Duck Pond, which was built in the 17th century as the town reservoir. 2010, Lisburn City Council undertook a major refurbishment of the park, which was completed in 2012. This included work to restore the Duck Pond and Victorian bandstand, resurface the roads and all the rest of it, and the children's play area was put in there. And there's the Wallace coat of arms. And I am here, so I'm going to take a wee dander on round here this way, up to the Duck Pond and right the way round. That's about a mile round. And there's some superb ancient trees. I'm down on the bike as usual. Some of the houses surrounding the park would be quite old as well, Victorian. So this is my walk round. Not too sure what this is about. Maybe it was a wee sort of display garden, but it's empty now. Reasonably good parking at Wallace Park. We've got other parks to go to and their parking's rubbish. We were at Ward Park today and, you know, there's no good car park near it. And they've got water provided for your dog. It's not good. That's about 8 o'clock. And there's the cricket ground in the centre. This is a running track right the way around and probably could be used as a cycle track as well. I think there's a gym and changing rooms and all in there. Are these? Well, there's various pitches about the place. So this is the upper pathway with the very mature trees, and they're all deciduous. And here's another notice board. This is the way it used to be, folks. Sir Richard Wallace, 1818 to 1890. Yeah, that's much the same information. A wee bit more. Wallace was born in England in 1818, the illegitimate son of Lisburn's landlord, Richard Seymour Conway, the 4th Marquess of Hertford. He was brought up in Paris under his grandmother's care and later worked there for his father, managing his accounts and assisting with his art acquisitions. On the death of Hertford in 1870, Wallace unexpectedly inherited much of his great wealth, including the Southampton estate and his art collections. And so Wallace was actually a famous philanthropist. He gave stuff away. He donated a lot of his money. Caught up in the Prussian siege of Paris in 1870, Wallace achieved widespread fame for his philanthropic giving of large sums of money to help those afflicted by the conflict. When peace returned in 1871, Wallace received the Legion of Honour by the French government and was created a baronet by Queen Victoria. In 1873 he returned to live in England, and Lisburn Courthouse was commissioned by Wallace in 1884. Recurring landlord, there's the way it used to be, isn't that amazing? That's 1940. Wallace made his first visit to Lisburn in 1873, touched by his rapturous welcome and true to his caring character. He therefore did much to improve utilities and amenities of Lisburn. The school which he founded in 1880, now Wallace High School, and this park are but two of his many benefactions which caused the people of Lisburn to erect a memorial, and that's in Castle Gardens, with the inscription to perpetuate the memory of one whose delight was to do good. Not nice. In London, the Wallace collection, bequeathed to the United Kingdom by Lady Wallace in 1897, and it's as a national museum, also commemorates his life and his achievements. I don't know where that collection is actually displayed, but Wallace was also famous for donating drinking fountains to Paris, where he had lived. He donated something like 50 drinking fountains, and we'll see an example of one of them along the way here. And these became known as Les Wallaces. Some very nice mature trees. And I'm being blinded by the sun. Isn't that interesting? Blinded by the sun in Northern Ireland. And there's the Victorian bandstand coming up on the right. And Wallace also donated 5 of these drinking fountains to Lisburn, and I think there's one in Castle Gardens and there's one here. And they're very ornate. And I've filmed one of these in Castle Gardens. It says velodrome. And people walk past these and don't realise the importance of these and the significance of them. What does it say? Chez le Bourg, 1872. This was made. And there's a notice board up over here too. Let's go and see what it says. The Wallace drinking fountain. Nearby French cast iron drinking fountain is one of the 5 given to Lisburn by Wallace, 2 of which survive. This one, which was located in Market Square for some years before returning to this site, and the other one in Castle Gardens. And 50 of these were donated to Paris, and they were known as Les Wallaces. Not good. And there's the Victorian bandstand mentioned. And they put on concerts and such like. Let's go and see it. They do park runs here as well, by the way. This one reminds me of the bandstand in Ormo Park, but it's a lot tidier looking. There's a guy doing tricks on his bicycle. Victorian bandstand. I wonder is there any date or anything on it. See what your boy's doing. Trying to wreck himself. Anyway, let's go on round. Let that boy do what he's doing. I don't want to stick the camera on anybody's face here. You know what I mean? Big play park. That's one of the biggest play parks I've ever seen. It's probably as big as Mullen Play Park at Dundonald. And this is the pond up here. That's a bit of a climb, unfortunately, which is a pain in the head for me. I think I'll take the easier path. I'd love to be here about 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm sure the place is alive with birdsong. So this was originally the reservoir for Lisburn. So that shows you how small the town was back then. That's got a wee mallard duck in it. And there's a wee duckling. I'll get on to it. There it is. And here's a notice board again. Isn't this great? Right, so Lisburn was founded on a medieval ring fort. Wallace Park is bounded on the north by Fort Hill, and there's a Fort Hill Secondary School, 20th century road named after a large circular ring fort or rath of medieval date between 500 and 1000 AD. That once surmounted this hill. This former earthwork farm enclosure is clearly shown on the Ordnance Survey map to the right. Oh, I don't see it. Maybe it's not there. Oh, no, there's it there. Prospect Hill. Place names. The hill to the immediate north of Lisburn on the 1726 map identifies it as Jackson's Hill. Where's Jackson's Hill? I don't know. Probably after the family who first leased it from Lisburn's Conway, Lord Conway, in the 17th century. Its present name is Prospect Hill, which may derive from the Quaker name for it in the late 18th century. It reminds us of the good views it once provided over Lisburn before recent tree planting. It's also referred to as Bacon Hill after the reservoir basin. Okay, here's the town water reserve. In 1676, Lord Conway's agent Sir George Wallace employed a carpenter to provide wooden water pipes made from hollowed out tree trunks. They did this in North Belfast as well to bring water underground to Lisburn town centre. Rowden may also have been responsible for this reservoir basin construction. Wooden pipes were replaced in the 1820s by metal pipes. It was reported soon that Graham's brewery near Bow Street received a water supply from this reservoir to produce 100 barrels of beer a week. And here's the duck pond. Use of the basin as a reservoir ended in late 19th century. Following its gift by Lady Wallace, it was incorporated into the Wallace Park as a duck pond with an island created for the birds. Not good. And there's what it looked like originally, and there's a lady out in her Sunday best. So, there's the duck pond.
Oh, careful! Careful, Theo, Careful. Yeah, well, we've got 3 weeks.
There's wee ducklings. There's some view from up here. There's an indoor tennis down in there. Well, it's like a big tent. There's an old house there. Bet you that's a couple of 100 years old. I'm having to go down these steps now. And your man on the bicycle, he went down them there a minute ago. I watched him. Should have videoed him. This place is just fabulous. It's massive, and it's such an attraction. I'm slap bang in the middle of the town. I'm very impressed by that play park. That's fabulous. There's so many elements to it. Well, we've been here at the weekend, and this place is really well used. It's well used even tonight, but massive crowds in here, and the railway runs alongside it. So let's see what this notice board says. No, it doesn't say anything significant.
Are you recording? Can I be in your video?
You wouldn't want to be in my video. It's only for old people. No, you're not. That's where all the park vehicles are kept. And a lot of young people hanging about. Probably think I'm some sort of weirdo. There's where the Belfast to Dublin train comes past. And there's the witch's hat bandstand away up there, you can see it. "26 acres. And I've got tennis fundamentals. And you can learn how to play tennis really well. Our Ben would have gone to them in years gone by down in Belfast. Trying to keep the camera away from, being right in front of people. So I'm staying off the path. Here's another notice board. It's all about the cricket club. Wallace Park has a long association with sport. Lisburn Cricket Club, formed in 1836, is one of the oldest in Ireland. It moved to its current pitch in 1854. You can read that down yourself. I'm not awfully excited about cricket, I must say. Tennis and association football have played a big role in the park too. Gentlemen and ladies tennis courts connected to the cricket club were first formally laid out in the 1880s, paid for by Sir Richard Wallace again. And big crowds came for that. What's this stone? Boundary marker. Oh yes, I thought this was used for cycling. Velodrome. The formation of three cycle clubs in Lisburn in the 1890s reflected the late Victorian craze for cycling. The most prominent, the Lisburn Wheelers, met at Temperance Institute Railway Street and held regular races on the park's newly constructed cycle track. The track was later improved. New tarmac, reopened in 1953, that's the year I was born, by Reg Harris, a famed Olympic medalist and multiple time world sprint champion. Watched by over 5,000 spectators, the cycling ace, who described the track then as one of the best in the British Isles, broke 2 Irish sprint records. And there's all the boys in Lisburn Wheelers. And there's Reg Harris. Wonder if he's still alive. And there's fun runs. And a synthetic tennis dome erected in 2012. So, I didn't realise, see there's a velodrome up at Orangefield, and I didn't realise that this also was a cycle track. And there's a big wheel. I've been on one of those whenever it was parked up in front of Belfast City Hall, but they moved it, which was a shame, because it was brilliant during the tourist season. Tourists really went for it. We were on it and thought it was great. Let's see what the stone says. And this is the leisure centre, I think. What does it say? Ivan Davis. Huh? Ivan Davis Pavilion. Now, who Ivan Davis is, I just do not know. Maybe somebody can tell me. Was he a famous? Lisburn sportsman? Don't know. What's this say? Lisburn and District Scouts. So there you go, something about the Scouts. There we go, on our skates. And there's a lot of... You're getting a better view of the rail track here. It's a pity a train isn't coming. I'm getting some queer looks from people. So that's me, almost completed one lap of the park. I'll jump on the motorbike and head away home. My wife's sitting watching a double episode of Coronation Street, so I had to take myself out on this video is the result. A big missile thrush flew past there. So thank you, Sir Richard Wallace. What a guy. What a guy. Nice big cherry tree. No, it's not a fun fair, it's just a big wheel, panoramic wheel. I wonder how much they're charging to get on. Wheel of wishes. Let's see if there's a price list. This is the big wheel that's just been put in place in Lisburn Park, and one of the guys who operates it told me that they charge for a circuit will be about £5, which is reasonable for the views that you're going to get and the experience. And his company also put in the big wheel in front of the City Hall all those years ago. I don't know how many years ago that was, and he said that big wheel cost £4 million. I would think so. It's an intricate piece of machinery. So many things can go wrong with it. And he said that was one of the biggest ones in the UK at the City Hall, and it cost £50,000 to move it. This is a smaller version. So, heading out of Wallace Park, heading home. And there he is. There's the driver that I was talking to. Convoy. Hey rubber duck, there's a bird in the sky. Okay folks, less of this for holiday. Have to get home.